Welcome back to CST Daily. Tina Nguyen here with you. It is a primetime tilt. Number 9 Illinois hit the road to face number 19 Indiana. The Illini and Hoosiers meeting as ranked teams for the first time since 1950. Two really good teams, both top 10 in points allowed, also off to undefeated starts. Illinois head coach Bret Bielema joining us right now. Coach, always so great to see you.
Great to be on, Tina. Thanks for having me.
Coach, you guys are off to a 3-0 start, coming off of a shutout victory against Western Michigan. What do you like about this group so far?
You know, I like the fact that, it was a group that was coming back, had a lot of really good players. I think those players have gotten better. We obviously acquired some guys through high school and through the transfer portal that have blended in nicely. I think we've had 3 games here where we've kind of had a slow, steady grind. We've done some really good things, had some things we need to improve, but hopefully hit on all cylinders this Saturday night in Bloomington, Indiana.
Coach, what kind of identity are you wanting this team to continue to establish?
We have some core principles we believe in. We talk all the time about TSD, which is tough, smart, dependable. And I want that to kind of show up in everything we do. I actually recruit to it. I hire coaches to it. It's part of who we are. It's our DNA. We have 110 football players on our roster. We have 5 sets of brothers, but we got obviously a bunch of guys from different environments, different backgrounds, different histories. But our DNA has to be that. We have to be tough. We have to be smart. We have to be dependable people, and I think that's something we see in our program every day.
All right, so Big Ten play starts this weekend. Obviously, you face Indiana. They run the ball well, 3rd in rushing yards, can also take the ball away themselves. What kind of challenge does this Kirk Cignetti team present to you guys?
Well, Cignetti has done an unbelievable job since getting there. He's established his beliefs, his thoughts. They ran the ball well a year ago. They're running the ball again this year. Got a variety of guys that are doing that. Has a really good up front. The offensive line coach, Bob Bostad, and I go way back. He was my old line coach at Wisconsin. I know what he believes in and their values. So I think good football teams do 3 things. They run the ball, they defend the run, and they cover kicks. And Indiana definitely checks the box in that regards. They're very, very good in running the football. They're also good in defending the run.
Coach, what kind of opportunity does this game present, especially when you go up against Indiana in recruiting and the transfer portal?
Yeah, it's a big deal. Since Sigs has gotten there, we probably recruit against Indiana as much as any program in our conference. Obviously proximity, but we also kind of have the same type of philosophies and type of players and all that goes into it. So a big step. It's obviously opened up conference play as well. Even though we're on the road in a ranked team, it's big because it's just a Big Ten game. It's the next game on our schedule, but a very good football team that made the college football playoffs a year ago. Battled Notre Dame, who obviously made it all the way to the national championship game down to the very end. So a lot of reasons on different levels, but bottom line, it's the next game on our schedule, and we got to be ready to play.
Your defense overall continues to dominate, keeping teams out of the end zone. Only 2 touchdowns allowed through 3 games. What are you most pleased about when it comes to this unit, first off?
Tina, I like their approach. I like their demeanor. No matter what we all do, we like people that like to work right and do things the right way. And these guys have definitely done a really good job of just kind of bringing a lunch pail mentality, a work ethic and attitude, going all the way back to last January, going through spring football, through summer conditioning, through fall camp, and now our 4th week of preparation here in our 2025 season. So I like their demeanor. I like their approach. And I think it's a group that likes to get after the things that make that other team good. So I'm excited to see what happens Saturday night.
Let's talk about your quarterback, Luke Altmaier, back for a 3rd season, I believe. He's got the arm talent, can extend plays. Indiana will no doubt try to force him to make some mistakes. What do you want to see from him on Saturday?
Just continued growth. He's really done a great job of building his teammates around him. We lost some perimeter pass catchers, obviously guys that did a lot of really good things here. Pat Bryant went on to go in the NFL and has continued to kick a little butt now at that level as well. So we brought some new guys in. Hank Beatty is leading the nation in all-purpose yardage. He's a really good player. Colin Dixon, Justin Bowick, and Hudson Clement are 2 guys that have continued to show up. Got some tight ends in the mix now. So really just keep being great at what he does. He's a really good end of half, end of game player that understands situational football, and hopefully that'll continue this weekend.
Yeah, you mentioned some of them. There's no shortage of talent on the offensive side of the ball. How much of it is a luxury to have guys like Beatty, Caden Fagan as well, and even Salil Valentine?
Yeah, Khalil has probably been one of the guys that has jumped out the most, not only to us as coaches, but I think the outside world. He was a really good player last year as a true freshman. To me, him and Hank Beatty, Hank's on defense. Hank and Khalil have been really guys that have really done a good job On Tanner Heckel is the other guy on defense. He's a guy that last year was just a freshman out there, kind of like Khalil on offense, just doing a really good job. But this year they've taken a big jump in the way they can play.
So in a time frame where NIL, the transfer portal, has a significant impact on the programs, you've had a number of experienced players coming back. How have you been able to build a program where guys do want to come back?
Yeah, it's very interesting. I've said this repeatedly, right? Like when I came back to college football, I'd been in the NFL for 3 years and really learned how to build a roster, a smaller roster, but with better equipped to manage the positions and get to game day with a roster of about 70 guys that you can compete hopefully in the country with. I think the number one thing is retention. So we had to retain our best players, set up a plan so they knew if they stayed how they would be used and what they would be maximized to do. We had to have a little bit of a removal, right? Some guys removed themselves because they went on to the NFL. Some guys removed themselves and went to what they felt were better opportunities. And the third and the most important part is obviously acquisition, right? Just going out and getting players from the high school world, from the portal world, and bringing them into our building. And I think the key is to find guys that fit that building. We walk every day into our Smith Center here, and as coaches, we know what we believe in. I think our players know what we show them every day, and hopefully the results are what you'll see on the weekend.
Coach, this is your 5th season as the Illini head coach. What does it take to build a program with high expectations?
Relentless work ethic. I think I give a lot of credit to our coaches. A great support. We're lucky to be here at Illinois. I partner with Josh Whitman, our athletic director, who literally shows up every day and shows us how much he wants to support us and build us and bring us to a place we've never been. He and I both talked in our early conversations when he approached me about the job here at Illinois, about building something that has sustainable success. And now, we've had, I think that we're going to have 3 straight home sellouts here. Had a couple last year. We have an all-new high in not only student applications to the University of Illinois, but we now have over 60,000 students here at the University of Illinois, which has never been done before. So I don't think those things are happening by chance. Brad Underwood with basketball, Shauna Green with basketball, our elite programs here at Illinois are continuing to be very successful, which I just think makes everybody really happy to be an Illini fan.
Coach, my final question for you before we wrap this up. We are living in the expanded college football playoff era. How much weight does a game like this carry?
Well, they all matter. Obviously, we've got 3 behind us and got number 4 knocking on the door. You get 12 guaranteed opportunities, but last year we were a 9-3 team at the end of the year that was right on the cusp of making the playoffs. We beat a South Carolina team that everybody said was the next team in the playoffs if it was existing, and we beat them in our bowl game. So I think we're right there knocking on the door. You got to take advantage of every opportunity. But, to be honest, Tina, it's a great conversation piece, and I know it's a part of the world that we're living in, but we just really worry about trying to go every week 1-0. We have that approach of 1-0 mentality to do what we got to do that week so we can get on the end of that week and preach about going 1-0, and then next week we start all over. So it's going to be an exciting time. Really excited for Big Ten play to open up and see exactly where we're at.
No doubt about that. Good atmosphere as well. Bret Bielema, head football coach of the Illini, thank you so much for your time. We always appreciate it.
Thank you, Tina. Appreciate it. ILF.